Hey, what's up, y'all? Patrice Stokes here. I am so excited about today's Juneteenth festivities. Happy Juneteenth. If you have not had an opportunity to celebrate or have somebody tell you today, this is Freedom Day, and I'm so excited for how we were able to celebrate at the Eiteljorg Museum today. A special shout out to Katie and the whole team, Madison, Tatiana, everyone who was a part of making these festivities today so special. And I'm sure that there were plenty of festivities all over the city here in Indianapolis. And so shout out to you if you were able to celebrate or put on events to not only talk about the history and the importance of Juneteenth, but also to talk about the celebration and also the triumph of the things that we as a people have overcome in this country and beyond. And so it was such a beautiful celebration to see not only myself to be able to do spoken word, but also to have so many amazing performances, just the vibes, the community, the dancing and celebration. I want to give a special shout out to the MC, Eric Saunders, who always, Green Eye Bandit, who always does a phenomenal job, but you outdid yourself this year. So stay tuned for some videos on that because he had me cracking up. Definitely shout out to I can't remember everybody, but all the amazing performances. There was a collective, one of those individuals I know personally, Matt, so did an awesome job doing spoken word. And then also there was a dance and jump rope. Then there was drums. There were drums, and then just even participation from the audience, them being a part of it. Shout out to my husband and my mom and my mother-in-law who were able to come out and celebrate the festivities and support. Thank you to all of my friends, people who came out, people I didn't even know were coming that came. And also want to give an amazing shout out to the people who bought books. So this is my self-care journal, as well as my poetry book. As I mentioned to you before that I was doing a book signing today, and guess what, y'all? I sold out all of my books. That was my prayer. That was what I asked, and God did it. And thank you to everyone who came out today, who bought a book, who supported. Even if you didn't buy a book, if you got a flyer, if you plan on getting one, you can go on my website, www.inspiredonpurposeservices.com. Just amazing feedback and just being able to hear how, not only the poems in my book, but I also shared some new poetry today for the first time. And so that was a blessing, and just being able to hear how people responded to that. I want to share this one story of this one lady who came that, I was almost in tears. She came to the Eiteljorg for Juneteenth last year. And she bought a book, and I remembered her. And so she bought a book last year. She told me this time, when she came this time, she said that she was on her break from work. So she had some flex time and she was able to come down. But she said, I wanted to make sure to see you perform. And she was like, I've been using your book, and I read 2 poems a day as a part of my devotional. And she said, in her words, she said, for the first time, you talked about in the book about the breadcrumbs. She said, when I read that, it not only crystallized me to understand my purpose, but it made sense. And so thank you. And when she said that, I was like, what? And when I tell you, look, it's just been a journey. It's been a journey, not only, being a published author, but to be able to have people even a year or so later come back to say, here's how your book has been an inspiration in my life. And when I say thank you for sharing your stories and how what I wrote, has helped you in your own life to find purpose and healing and growth. And that's what I do as a wellness therapist. That is my prayer. That is my purpose in life. But that is what I am so passionate about. And so I'm just grateful when people, take that step and, they decide to, put this into practice into their own life. So if you haven't, you can still get a book on my website. So you can go there, and the rest is history. But I just wanted to get on and just say, my mind is blown. I'm so excited. I cannot wait to share more with you. Definitely be showing some videos and pictures and all that good stuff. But yeah, someone, I'm not gonna, cause I know they probably don't want me to put them out there, but someone special decided to pay for a book and they wanted me to pay it forward to anybody. So that's what happened today. And so I might share that story. And it was such a blessing because the person was actually a couple that when I gave them the book, they had been married for 2 years, and the wife is going to school for social work. And so when I thought, wow, what a blessing that someone else was able to be a blessing, and that from that I was able to bless, a couple with this book. And there are 3 chapters in there: gratitude for self, gratitude for relationships, and gratitude for the journey. And when I tell you, I told them, I said, look, start in the chapter where you find that you have the most difficult time finding gratitude in your life right now. And one of the things that I shared was a poem, and it was about relationships. And I shared, a couple of things with them. And I said, I hope that it blesses you in your marriage, but I also hope that it helps you personally in your own journeys. And so, they were really, excited and grateful. And just like I said, it was just a blessing to be a blessing, and to be blessed to be able to bless somebody else. So I say all that to just say, continue to be inspired on purpose, y'all. Live with purpose. Let Juneteenth be one of many, many celebrations that you not only understand the purpose of, culture and not just diversity, but we understand our history, right? As African Americans in this country, even with all of the things that have happened that have not been good, that have really been devastating in our history, but yet we are still resilient. We still have joy. We are still out here doing amazing things and living on purpose with purpose, because that's what we're created to do. So happy Juneteenth. Love y'all. Continue to be inspired on purpose. Until next time.
Hi, I'm Shantae, all the way from Mississippi, and I have been inspired on